Your car failed its emissions test for a catalyst monitor not ready code, and you're worried that means a huge repair bill. So is your catalytic converter actually bad? No, probably not. That code doesn't mean you have a broken part. It's a software status, telling you the car's main computer hasn't finished running its own self-tests yet. Here's what's happening. Your car's computer, the ECU, has a checklist of tests it runs on all the emissions systems. These are called readiness monitors. The computer needs to see every one of these report back as ready before it will pass an emissions inspection. But if your 12-volt battery recently died, was disconnected, or if you used an OBD2 scanner to clear a check engine light, you wiped the computer's memory. That single action resets all of those monitors back to incomplete. They have to start over from scratch. The catalyst and the evap system monitors are the toughest to complete because they need a perfect, uninterrupted window of specific speeds, temperatures, and engine loads. Your normal stop-and-go city driving almost never creates these conditions. To get these monitors to run and switch to ready, you have to perform what's known as a drive cycle. It's a specific driving routine. Before you even start the car, plug in an OBD2 scanner and check for any pending fault codes. A pending code is a small issue the computer has noticed, but not one serious enough to turn on the check engine light. The computer is designed to not even try the emissions tests if it already thinks there's a problem, like a small vacuum leak. You must fix any other codes first, or the drive cycle will be a waste of time. The process itself has to start from a true cold start. This is non-negotiable. It means the engine has been sitting off long enough for the engine coolant to be the same temperature as the outside air. The easiest way to do this is to let the vehicle sit overnight. This gives the computer a stable baseline to run its sensitive tests on the fuel vapor system. Once you have that cold start, let the engine idle in park for 2 or 3 minutes. Then, drive smoothly onto a highway where you can hold a steady speed. You need to maintain about 55 miles per hour using a very light and steady foot on the accelerator for at least 5 to 10 minutes. It is absolutely critical that you do not use cruise control. The computer needs to see smooth, direct throttle input from you, and the tiny adjustments made by cruise control will interrupt and void the test. After that steady cruise, you need to do a coast down. Just take your foot completely off the gas pedal and let the car slow down on its own without you touching the brakes for at least 20 seconds. Finally, before you waste time and money on a retest, check your work. Plug your scanner back in and go to the screen that says I am readiness or readiness monitors. Look at the list and confirm that both the catalyst and evap monitors now say ready or complete. If they still show incomplete, you may need to run the entire drive cycle a second time. To be certain, you can search online for the specific factory drive cycle instructions for your exact year, make, and model. Ignoring this process means the monitors will stay incomplete, and you'll just keep failing the emissions test. So, always use a scanner to check that your monitors are ready before you go back for a reinspection.